From her debut in April 1985, when Finola Hughes joined the cast of Cameo Hospital, Anna Devane has been one of the show's most well-known characters. Once she left in 1991, Camilla Moore filled in for a short while. Hughes made a brief cameo appearance in 1995 and then made a complete comeback to the role of Anna on All My Children in 2001. She departed AMC in 2003, but did not reappear on GH until 2006. From 2006 to 2008, she made occasional appearances. In 2011, Anna made a more permanent move back to Port Charles, only leaving during the summers when the actress takes her yearly holiday. It turned out that Anna was Robert Scorpio's ex-wife, whom he divorced after learning she was a double agent working for the DVX. Anna had been presented as a jewel thief who was interested in Robert Scorpio and his wife, Holly Sutton. Robert and Anna worked together to save their stolen daughter, Robin Scorpio, after a resentful Holly left Robert. Subsequently, Anna was appointed as Burt Ramsey's co-police chief. Anna couldn't stop falling in love with Duke Lavery despite the fact that he was engaged in some dubious activities. He even made a commitment to help her escape the mob. When the news revealed that Duke had covered up a murder at their wedding, Anna dumped him. Robert joined her in starting a private detective agency. Sparks flew, but she ultimately returned to Duke. And in October of 1987, they were married. When they discovered Anna was expecting, they were content raising Robin. Tragically, she lost the child when Olivia Jerome, who had grown fixated on Duke, trapped her in a collapsing elevator. Anna was the main suspect after Olivia was shot, but she was found not guilty. After Duke perished in a fire, Anna was crushed, but Olivia claimed that Duke was still alive and acting as Jonathan Paget, an art dealer. Unfortunately, Julian Jerome shot and killed Duke in retaliation for betraying the Jerome family just as the pair was about to get back together. Robin then persuaded Anna to assist her friend Casey in locating a crystal and traveling back to his world. It resulted in P.K. Sinclair, who was actually her obsessive rival, Cesar Faison, abducting them. Fortunately, they stopped his terrible schemes. In June 1991, Anna and Robert were married after falling in love. The two, along with Faison, were thought to have perished in a boat explosion in 1992, nevertheless. Yet in March 2001, it became clear that Anna was still alive after being cared for several years by her twin sister Alexandra Merrick, who took her home to Pine Valley. In order to avoid having to testify against David Hayward, Anna married him, but gradually they fell in love. Leora's death, which occurred not long after she was born, unfortunately did not save their troubled marriage. During her tenure as chief of police, Anna was in charge of bringing many offenders from Pine Valley to justice. However, she finally moved to Paris to live with Robin, directing David to avoid her. Anna was shocked to learn that Robert was involved in a jewelry theft with Luke Spencer and Holly in 2006 and was still very much alive. She briefly dated Noah Drake during her subsequent trip to Port Charles. And she also attended Robin's wedding to Patrick Drake and the birth of their daughter, Emma, albeit not necessarily in that sequence. In 2012, when Anna came back to town, she was still mourning Robin's passing and had grown closer to Luke. Also, she was elected police commissioner and prosecuted offenders, including Heather Weber, who had informed her that Robin was actually still alive. When Duke appeared, Anna, who had traveled to Switzerland in search of her daughter, was taken aback. She quickly discovered, however, that it was actually Faison attempting to seduce her while wearing a complex mask. Robert assisted her in revealing Faison and locating the true Duke, who actually was alive as it turned out. In order to find Robin and release her from the Cassadines, Anna and Robert reconnected. Duke sadly died after becoming involved with the mob once more. After killing his shooter, Carlos Rivera, Anna exacted justice, but she was left feeling guilty and quickly began to wonder whether something was strange about the case. Dr. Griffin Monroe, Duke's long-lost son, caught her off guard when she first met him. But they quickly became friends when she introduced him to his biological father. Carlos was eventually discovered alive by Anna and Sonny, who then brought him back to Port Charles so that Anna could clear her name. She started working again for the WSB, relocating to PC. She felt a connection with Valentin Cassadine and was captivated by him. He eventually admitted that they had been at the training camp together, but she had turned him down and even
Anna
given the go-ahead migraines and was later identified as having the blood malignancy polycythemia vera. Eventually, Anna started behaving strangely, and it wasn't until months later that it was discovered that her twin, Alex, had taken Anna's place as a prisoner in London. Faison made another comeback appearance while Anna was putting her life back together, but Peter August killed him. Henrik Faison was none other than Peter August himself, as Anna discovered after confessing to the villain's dead body that she had a kid with him but had never told anybody about it. Dr. Hamilton Finn joined Anna in her investigation, and she soon found herself falling for him. However, she kept him at a distance since she didn't want to become involved. Anna and Finn soon shared their feelings and began a serious relationship after she watched him have a brief affair with Alexis. Of course, just as they were beginning a serious relationship, Anna left the city to talk to Robin about the Peter/Henrik situation and ended up being kidnapped. Finn and Robert teamed up to find Anna, who was being held by guys who were using Finn as bait to get him into their clutches so they could treat the sick criminal Cassandra Pierce. After making it back to Port Charles without incident, Finn continued to assist Anna with her sporadic inquiries, including finding the runaway Liesl Obrecht. In addition, he has stood by her side as she tries to build a relationship with Peter. Sadly, just as things seemed to be improving, Anna became lightheaded during a phlebotomy procedure and fainted in Peter's arms, saying she couldn't see anything. She was temporarily blind, but Finn and Griffin were able to treat the infection that had caused her vitreous hemorrhage, so that's good news. As they looked into the problem, they discovered that Dr. Cabot's bizarre memory studies had caused the blindness in certain twins, including Anna and Alex. To determine which memories belonged to her and which to her twin, Anna went to see Alex. She started to wonder if Peter might be Alex's child, even though it had been established that Robin was Anna's child. Hayden Barnes, Finn's ex-fiancé, and their daughter Violet appeared in Anna's home while she was away, which surprised her. But after Hayden left town, Anna was delighted to step in and support Finn in raising the child. Robert cautioned Anna to cease disregarding Peter's previous offenses, but Anna continued to cover them up. Throughout the time that she and Finn were preparing for their wedding, Alex, Anna's twin, continued to haunt them. When the two got into a heated argument over who was Peter's biological mother, Alex was shot and left for dead. On the day of their joint wedding with Peter and Maxie, Obrecht disclosed the reality that Alex was Peter's biological mother, and Finn was upset that Anna felt she could confide in Valentin rather than him. Finn had admitted his long-ago one-night fling with Jackie, and Anna was cool with that. They mutually decided to separate ways, and Anna went on to work with Valentin to bring Peter down. Their hands were tied because the villain had the remedy for the poison he had given Finn's brother. But once Peter unexpectedly vanished, Anna was desperate to find him, and once more, her research took her perilously close to Valentin. When Finn admitted to knocking Peter down the stairs and hiding his body, Anna was shocked. However, when they opened the freezer, the body had disappeared. In Nixon Falls, Peter eventually reappeared, but when Anna and Valentin caught up to him, he ran away. They eventually found him in Greece, where Valentin professed his affections to Anna, and they enjoyed a kiss. When the Cassadine was hurt in a shooting, Anna stayed by his side, and they both continued their investigation, despite Robert's warning not to trust Valentin. She was able to send a telegram after Peter abducted Maxie and their daughter Louise, and Anna and Felicia Scorpio hurried to Switzerland to intercept it. Anna made the decision to stay with Peter till he passed away, after Felicia struck him fatally. After she arrived back in Port Charles, Anna joined the cause of establishing Victor Cassadine's involvement in Luke's death in Austria. She and Felicia even took a flight to Austria, where they found evidence that Luke had been murdered there. In order to look into the black market auction, when the Ice Princess reappeared, Anna traveled to French Polynesia. Her investigation brought her right to Jennifer Smith, but she was unaware that Valentin had also arrived wearing a disguise. After a passionate kiss in Port Charles, Valentin and Anna made the decision to embark on their first date. During a beautiful evening at the drive-in, Anna became suspicious that Valentin was hiding something. She eventually persuaded him to confess that Victor was in control of him since Charlotte was being held captive by his father at boarding school. Anna promised to support Valentin in his efforts to overthrow his father and save his daughter. Lucy Coe was enlisted by Anna to find out what the Cassadine was really up to after noticing Victor's interest in her. Sadly, things took a terrible turn when Lucy was shot, and Anna was accused of being the shooter. Together, Sonny and Valentin helped Anna escape police custody, and Valentin took her abroad as they looked for Lucy. They joined forces with Renee in Paris when Ander pointed them in that direction, but an old friend of Valentin's tried to betray them. Valentin, Lucy, and Anna were able to escape after Anna detonated a bomb that caused the catacombs to flood, leading everyone, especially Victor, to believe they had perished. The group took refuge at a safe house, where Anna and Felicia sought to persuade Deputy Mayor Eileen Ashby to turn on Victor and aid in their capture. Tragically, Victor murdered Eileen for her treachery, and Lucy, sneaking away to assist with the nurse's ball, brought the bad guy to their house. Victor shot Anna in the chest after making Valentin hand him the Ice Princess jewelry.